Hi, I thought I'd just drop in and tell you about the evolution of the Web Pixies business planners. If I just show you where we started. So this is Notion page, and it's a page that is just there for me to keep record of all of the Notion planners that I've created. The first one that I created was this one here. My head's in the way. But it was fairly straightforward. I wanted something that managed my tasks and kept everything in one place, so it was easy to find everything. So the majority of it is all one table. There's projects in there, we've got the tasks, but everything is just scroll down and you find what you want, and then you can work where you are. If you want to then look at your notes, then again, you just scroll down and find everything. And that worked absolutely fine for me until I decided, until I started getting clients that worked with me. And then I needed to evolve the planners so that I could keep track of the projects for clients. So I then created the customer business portal, and that evolved from, I started off by, first of all, altering the previous planner so that there was a navigational element, so that each page had what you needed on it rather than scrolling down, because that seemed to be the way that everything was going. So everything was on different pages and you just navigate to it. So that's all hunky-dory there. And so when it came to the customer portal, I expanded on that. And again, we've got the navigational element to it. And the thing that is different is we've got more client-based sections. So we've got a client dashboard where you can create your database of clients. And then from within there, from within that client, it will it's slow because I'm recording a video at the same time. It will create a page with the client information in it. So you've got all of the meetings, documents, projects, project tasks, and all of the client files all in one place. And then if I wanted an external portal that I can share with the client, then it let me do that as well. So that covered that aspect. What this also did, that everything that was in this page was also manageable within all of the other pages within the portal. So I could be on here and look at projects for each client as well as for my business. And that's worked fine for a while, but what I found was that I actually was doing a lot of switching between the two. So I wasn't always working on one particular client. I was working for my own projects to grow my business as well. And so going backwards and forwards between everything, particularly the notes, I found it most frustrating that I put the notes on one page, and if I'm working on a task and I needed to find a note, I had to come out and do that. So what I decided to do from then is create my new planners, which is basically splitting everything out again, which seems strange, but I think this works really well. So I have a portal page for the business work, so back to projects, tasks, and only business information. And I have a portal for client work. This way I can go back to flip between the two. So when I'm working on one, I am only working on one. What I will actually do is merge the two a bit, in that I will have the navigation for both so I can quickly flick between the two. But what I've done in doing that is I've got rid of the information vault from the navigation and put it on every page. so that you've always got access to the notes on every page, because that was my main frustration. I've simplified them in that it's no longer split between focus areas and knowledge base. Everything's all in one, because in reality, that's how I was using it. It didn't really matter too much, but it just made everything look it made it more difficult for the presentation. So I got rid of focus areas. Everything is in the knowledge base. And I also simplified it out within the knowledge categories themselves. This area was split out into 3 different databases, one for resources, one for notes, and one for media. In reality, they were all databases that were all capturing the same thing. And the way that I worked was that I wasn't really using the 3 different databases to their full potential. And therefore, again, I was limited to how it was displayed, because I had 3 different databases. So I've merged them all together. It's all just in the one table now, and I can then play around with the layout better. So it makes it easier to see what you're looking at. And so that's it. So this helps me how I work in my business. That doesn't mean that any of the other planners won't work for you. It depends on how you work. But these new planners have the same functionality. So don't get me wrong, all of the planners have the same functionality. You can manage your projects, you can manage your tasks, you can manage your goals, you can track all of that. So from a weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly basis, you can track those goals, see what's worked, what hasn't, fill in all of your progress steps around that. So that's all in there in every single one of them. But this is just a new simplification of it, so that it's more about presentation and ease of use for how I work as a small business, and how I work between spreading the workload for my business and my customers. So these new ones are the ones that I'm going to be trying to use now, and see whether that works.